Everybody watching. Watch closely. If you took the COVID shot, this is what I'm about to tell you. This is how you get rid of what they put in you. Y'all ready? I'm gonna repeat it some more. The first thing is activated charcoal. And for people who come on my post and say charcoal push out poison. No, it don't. It's activated. Anything that's activated carbon latches on and eradicates any type of spike protein. That's what was in the vaccine. A spike protein is something that tricks your DNA and tell your DNA to create certain things in the body, viruses, right? Blood clots. So the first thing, charcoal, activated charcoal. The second thing, this is what's gonna get rid of the blood clots, nattokinase. Nattokinase. Go into Google and type in nattokinase for blood clots. Somebody do it real quick.
And I Jamaican word,
Never heard of it? Don't worry about it.
Blood clot, you know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking. I'm in Jamaica. Hey, my bad. Don't take it personal, y'all. I'm saying blood clot in Jamaica is in a good way. Yeah, but go into Google somebody and put in nattokinase for blood clots.
Who's Googling it?
Nattokinase, Nattokinase for blood clots. All right, those are the two things that you need. And then, last but not least, this is not a herb, but it will push out everything in your body, even if you got cancer laying dormant. Fenbendazole. 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 Look, let me tell y'all something. When animals got cancer, that's what they give them. The person that had breast cancer, when I gave them fenbendazole, it was gone. It was a parasite in our breast laying infection. And that infection became cancer in the breast. The parasite caused breast cancer. If you check anybody on a scan, right? You got breast cancer, you will see that they get parasites in their breast. On a pedestal is just my passion. When you heal a person, you with that person through your healing things. You don't sell them something and then you walk away. Because healing is not a business, it's a passion. You become that person when they come to you. If you're not strong enough to take on that person's journey with them, there's no need of taking on that person's healing journey. Because karma is real. Now, when they come to me, I tell them, I say, what do you eat? If they say meat and dairy, I say, I can't help you unless you're willing to stop eating this stuff. Because this is the stuff that's killing you. They say, I don't know, well, it's not about your money. Come back to me when you think you can do it. Again, karma is real. Right? Your children is connected to you. So if I don't get it, they'll get it. Curses is passed on to children. Right? And this is why we are here to protect our children. Whenever people come to me and say, well, I don't know if I can do that. And I ask, do you got children? They say, yeah. I say, yeah, yeah. I say, you selfish. Because your grandchildren need you. Your children need you. And you ain't willing to let something go in order to love them. So how do you love you? Right? How do you love them if you don't love you? How can you love anybody else if you don't love yourself? If you're not willing to bring yourself up to par to give your body the help that it needs, then that means that you're saying you hate yourself. So indirectly you're saying you hate me. Indirectly you're saying you hate your children. You're dangerous. I've been in plenty of relationships where I went in and I told them, look, I can't be with you unless you change this. And in America it's controlling. But they say they want love. Love is just not one form. It comes in many forms. Me protecting you and loving you is me telling you I don't want you to have a potential stroke or heart attack. So we can't be in a relationship unless we're going to move forward and work on goals for you to lose weight and do that. I'm not shaming you. I'm loving you. That's a form of love. Right? You say you want a man to protect you. That's protection. There you go. So ladies, you're looking at this video and you got a man that's telling you to go to the gym, stop eating meat, doing this and doing that. Understand that the agenda is on y'all. You can't get mad. 75% of black men are misdiagnosed every year. So that means that they got a war going on with you all. So when we say things like this to y'all, we're trying to protect you. Because they need you to get sick so they can take you to their hospitals, to take your blood into these facilities so they can create certain things to benefit off of. When they take blood out of your body, don't you know that your blood got a 72-hour window before it disconnects from your body? Did you know that? If I take blood out of your body right now, if I take your blood somewhere and do something to it, you're going to be affected by it because it's got 72 hours to fully disconnect from your body. Physically, it's out of your body, but spiritually and energetically, it's not out of your body yet.
Isn't that how kerosene
Huh? That's how curses work. Yeah, that's why they say, give him a piece of hair, give him a stick of blood. Because the thing is, if I take your blood into a facility, right, your vials of blood in a facility, and I'm putting frequencies on it, cancer frequencies, because you know you can play sounds and tones that create cancer. You didn't have cancer before you took that blood out. But now all of a sudden they're saying, come back. You got bad news, you got cancer. And when you say, God damn it, oh my God, you signed a contract and didn't even know it. Remember, it starts here, because you believed it. So now you put the icing on the cake. I told you, you still connected to that blood, that DNA. It's got a 72-hour window. So when they take your blood from you, they have to rush it.
So what about persons who need blood transfusion?
Transfusions? Yes. I feel sorry for them because there's other people in their body. If somebody take my heart and put it in somebody else's body, I'm in that person's body. They might still have memory of themselves, but I'm in your body. And you carrying my karma. So if I done some crazy stuff to somebody, and then next thing you know, you get hit by a car or something happened to your children stuff, and you be like, damn, I'm a good person. You got somebody's heart in you, and that heart carries a burden, and now you carrying the burden of the person who's holding it. Don't do it. They're gonna do it anyway. A person who got diabetes means something's wrong with their pancreas. They tell you sugar has nothing to do with sugar. It has a lot to do with inflammation built up in the pancreas, and then you have bacteria down there feeding off your natural insulin. And this is why people who got diabetes got low glucose, because it's something that eat your insulin, make sure that you don't get it. Just like when a person is anemic and they cold all the time, these parasites feed off of your iron, right? They feed off your iron, even your proteins, what we call proteins, right? Because not all proteins are good proteins. Proteins in animals are BP1 or bioproteins. So people say, how is that? Because you don't see a cow eat another cow to get its protein, right? The cow's eating plants and stuff. Okay, you don't see deer eating another deer to get its protein. It eats plants and stuff. So when you go and eat them to get a third-party protein, that's like a spike protein. It's viral. It's an empty shell of protein. An empty shell of protein is toxic, no matter how you cut it. You can't get a clean protein from something that was living at one time that had cortisol in the body due to trauma before it died. It ain't gonna happen.
Part two of the question is, what's the most effective way to eradicate fungus from the body?
Stop eating.
Overall,
Stop eating. She said, what is the most effective way of getting fungus out of the body? And I said, stop eating. Sometimes, see, like the great Dr. Sebi said, it's not all the herbs all the time. Your body has a laboratory in it, and sometimes you can just stop eating, it'll hear what's going on in your body, but you eat so much stuff that's loud. It's chaos in the foods that you're eating, and your body can't even hear what's going on. So it's like, you know what? You got it. So it shut down. Your immune system shut down, your lymphatic system shut down, your antibodies stop rotating through the body, right? Your body can hear you, but you gotta be quiet, man, and stop eating. Let it get a break. When your stomach gotta work over and over and over. How do you identify reptilian? How you do it?
How do you identify the reptilian?
You can't identify them unless they give you a sign. Sometimes they might. It's not good to look directly at them, I'll tell you that much. But some of them, they might follow you because some people give off an aura. Some of us are special, and our aura is so powerful that they don't need the blood, they just need to be near us. It's what you call gang stalking too at a lower level. So when you see people following you, like, I swear I seen this person over here. That's crazy. I saw this person last week in the same Walmart. Yeah. They knew they patterned your time, and they could stand near your aura and suck your aura.
Vampire.
These vampires in human form. Yep. So to identify them, the best way to keep them from around you is to keep your vibration high. Your thoughts. Because your thoughts create your aura. That's why when a person is negative, you be like, man, I don't want to be around that person. That's their aura letting you know there's something wrong with that person. Because you don't understand that what you eat is worse than the chemtrails, because your body is sending signals to the sun, to the boss, your ancestor. And that message is not good. So the sun is like, you know what? It's fine. We just won't have communication. I won't give the trees the necessary oxygen that you need. So now we walk around with Alzheimer's and dementia because oxygen is not making it to the brain. The sun is fighting us now, our own ancestor, because we fighting it. We're not respecting the temple, right? The son of God, the sun is supposed to be in the temple. Ra is in the temple. It's not up there, it's down here. They got you looking up there, and they spraying chemtrails up there, Anything that's up there is in here. So if chemtrails is being sprayed up there, they spraying it in your body. It's in the foods. As above, so below.
So you said parasites are affected by sound, right? So
By what?
by sound.
Soul? Sound,
So can you listen to a certain kind of sound to get rid of parasites?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
kind of music?
You can. It's always good to 432 hertz is a good tone. Yeah, it's a tone that agitates them like certain phytochemicals, like ellagic acid and things like that. So what it does is it sounds paralyze them like you can get paralyzed by sound. Sound can make you think that you're walking somewhere that you're not walking, right? It's sounds being put out in the air right now that you can't hear. That's controlling things in your body.
There's a doctor called Dr. Bob Beck who creates a machine that produces sound frequency that kills parasites.
Most definitely. Take somebody and throw them in the water with dolphins. Why you think it was a lady back in 1972 who was in the water with dolphins? Because they found out later she had cancer. And they asked her why she was jumping in the water with dolphins, right? They found her after they found out what she was doing because she wasn't supposed to be in the water. The sonar waves, the frequency that the dolphins give off through their pineal gland was shutting off those cancer frequencies, those messages being sent to the DNA. Dolphins send off these frequencies. Just go around dolphins. We got healers in the water. We got healers in the water. See, when you healing a person, sometimes when a person don't heal, you got to take them to a different environment. If you take a person closer to the equator, it might be better for them. Some people will say, well, give them dandelion in the wintertime, but dandelion is not good in the wintertime because the vibration is not turned on until you see it growing out of the earth. That's the ancestors of that mineral, right? Because people think that plants and herbs are minerals in its highest form. And they speak, they have information in it. When you go to America today, Americans don't know that the grass that we walk on, it's just not the food that's artificial. The grass that we walk on is artificial. And some of the soil that we walk on is artificial. So they think they're getting downloads and uploads. You're not. The trees even have satellites on them. They artificial. They trying to shut us down because they can't go into the fifth dimension. Right? That fifth dimension lies within our DNA. And that thing that we call melanin, that dark matter. Right?
Even your body, for example, like chakras in different areas of your body, parasites try to block up those areas as well. But you say most parasites are in your gut. So would that be blocking like energy sources there?
Yep. This right here is your solar system. It's the solar system for the body. That's right. So when parasites is there, and if the sun is doing something, because you know every 9,000 years, we got binary suns that come in. We think that there's only one sun that exists. They didn't lie to the world. There's a sun in the earth. We call it the black sun. It does something during an eclipse. And that's why I tell people all the time, watch the eclipse. Because what you're watching up there, you have to watch it to get what's coming out of there. So if you got glasses on, which have medication in it anyway to give you cancer, the people don't know that, right? So if you're looking up and you're standing in the soil barefoot, there's a two-way communication going on because what's up there is in the ground. So it's shooting signals of intelligence through your feet because you're looking at it. But if you take your eyes off of it and you stand in the soil, you're not getting it because you got to connect to that in order for that to connect to that. What is the reason for them blocking us from receiving the things from ancestors, the intelligence, stuff like that? All right, so this is deep. I want y'all to listen to me and hear me clear.
Mike, can't turn up no more. Little volume.
It's things on this third dimension that run governments. And y'all think that the governments is where the power is. It's beyond the shadow government too. See, we think that it's a shadow. The shadow hand ain't got power. We made a deal in the 70s with some things.
What are those?
No, the things, what are they? They light. These are light beings. But they're artificial light. And they're using CERN to help them navigate through this dimension. And every time they take vials of blood from you and send it off to the laboratory, they can look at the information in there and peek into other realms that they can't go to. You ask why they doing that? Because when they die, they don't navigate. They don't go through cycles like you do. And anything that don't go through a cycle is not natural. Plants go through cycles. They got 7 cycles. The same plant that was here 7 seasons ago is not the same plant you see growing in that spot today. Why? Because the spirit in that plant, the energy in that plant goes on to become an animal. This is theosophy. This is what the Shriners and the Freemasons know. After 7 cycles of that spirit coming from that plant, being in that animal, 7 cycles, it goes on to become human. How you doing? All right. Any other questions?
How often should you cleanse on a yearly basis, and what are the different types of cleanse you would recommend?
Every 30 to 45 days. Artemisinin is good. That's something that you find in wormwood if you want to do just a regular parasite cleanse. Black walnut eradicates eggs and infections. Cloves have eugenol in it, which eradicates infections as well that could become potential cancer and things like that. So those 3 things together is a good detox. Biofilms, you can use anything with curcumin in it, such as you have chili peppers, anything that's hot, anything that's spicy, turmeric. That's a good biofilm cleanse as well. So
what if you're physically active and you have a high metabolism? Does that help you fight off parasites?
If you're physically active, most definitely.
Like
because the
marathons are doing like heavy lifting, does that help fight off?
It sure does. Yep, because as long as the body is circulating, your circulatory system is kicking things out of the body. Even when you sit in a sauna, your circulatory system is kicking things out of the body. They come through your sweat. See, people think parasites are something that you see. They microscopic.
Okay.
It's something that you don't see, and they are even worse than the ones that you see. Because they get into, it's safe as if you're pregnant, right? And you miscarry. That's because these parasites, they got into the sac with your feet and start eating it. They started attacking it. And so now it's prematurely coming out of the sac because it's been attacked by these parasites. That's why I advise people, whenever you're trying to get pregnant, stop eating meat. Stop doing dairy.
So you do a parasite cleanse and everybody is out of the system. How you keep them out from coming back in? It's something you have to keep on.
You can't keep them from coming back in.
Like they just want to just be back in.
You have good parasites and then you have bad parasites. Just like you have good acid, bad acid, good bacteria, bad bacteria. So yeah, so you got to be careful not to do it too much because you can kill the good parasite. You got good parasites that allows the antibodies to activate. So if your antibodies not activating due to those other bacterial parasites, they don't look like the ones that we see as far as crawling around, but in the form of bacteria, we got good bacteria that help our antibodies to activate whenever any type of pathogen or anything enter the body to cause cancer or disrupt the P53 gene, which is the switch that we need to attack cancer or tumors when it's in the body. And that switch is turned off due to the parasite tricking it, right? Sending out false genetic material information, then cancer could be in the body, immune system won't see it. P53 gene shut off. Look it up, P53 gene.
P53.
Parasites got their own DNA. So they go in and give you their DNA and change yours. So now they telling the cancer to stay there because their DNA telling the cancer to stay there. If your DNA was there, right, they wouldn't be able to do that. It's shut down. DNA is more than what we think. It's something that's unseen. It has a lot of information in it. These people know what they call junk DNA. It's DNA that is in the stars. That's why they call us star people. You have to go more in depth to why you come from the stars. The stars has DNA in it, and the star that you come from is still connected to you.